It's the latest with Maya.
Yeah,
It's the latest with Maya.
okay.
Who's she gonna talk to now? What's she gonna ask about?
Hi, Billy. Welcome to the latest with Maya. Billy Bryk is an actor and filmmaker who you've seen in Ghostbusters Afterlife, When You Finish Saving the World, Saturday Night, and Friendship. Billy also co-wrote, co-directed, and starred in the horror comedy Hell of a Summer. Most recently, you can see Billy in the Netflix movie Roommates. Thank you so much for being on my show. I'm so excited to be talking with you.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited as well.
So who has had the biggest impact on you professionally?
I think that career-wise, Owen Wilson is somebody I always really looked up to because he wrote three of my favorite movies, and he also, as a kid especially, he acted in a lot of my favorite movies. So he wrote like Bottle Rocket and Rushmore and Royal Tenenbaums, and then acted in like Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights with Jackie Chan. And I feel like between those five movies, that was like everything that I was interested in as a kid.
Oh wow, I love that. So who has had the biggest impact on you as a person?
As a person, that's a good question. Probably. Well, maybe my parents or one of my family, maybe my grandfather. My grandfather, on my mom's side, he passed away last year, but he was somebody who always, I think, had a really big influence on me. He was a very calming presence throughout my childhood and very funny. And he was a writer, and he loved movies, and he loved uh, telling jokes and playing little pranks. And he was somebody who I think really was someone I looked up to a lot growing up.
Oh, I love that. And I'm so sorry to hear that he passed.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, thank you. He was great. He was the best.
Yeah, I love that. So what small things bring you joy on a daily basis?
That's a good question. I like kind of having a morning routine as to what I eat. Sometimes I'll make myself like a Greek yogurt bowl. Um, and stuff like that is just like really nice. I like just a cold sparkling water on a hot day. That's something that I'm like I can't get enough of that. Or just hanging out with my girlfriend, watching basketball, watching TV.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Um, so is there someone who, without fail, always makes you laugh?
Yes, there are a number of people. I feel very lucky. A lot of my friends I find very, very, very funny. I have an aunt named Terry. My aunt Terry is a very, very, very funny person. She always makes me laugh. A lot of my family, but I have a cousin named Nicole who's very funny. My siblings, my brother and sister, my parents. I feel like I'm laughing all the time. My girlfriend always makes me laugh. I think she has a very funny, specific sense of humor. Um, and then like in movies or something, um, Owen Wilson again, Jonah Hill. Who else is so funny? Adam Sandler, obviously.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yeah. I just recently watched Roommates. I got a screener of it because I interviewed Chandler.
Mhm.
And I love it. It was so funny.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. If you had a warning label, what would yours be?
I think the one that I maybe would be helpful is if I think I'm a little bit shy normally, and I think in the past some people have felt that I'm maybe a little bit like standoffish when they meet me because I maybe don't come across super, super warm socially just upon meeting people. And then sometimes they'll hang out with me a couple of times and be like, what's going like you're so much friendlier than I realized. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. If I don't know somebody, I don't think I'm likely to be like super chummy right off the bat. So maybe a warning about that.
Oh yeah, I can understand that. I can also be that way sometimes
Yeah,
with
I mean, I
people.
find it's like a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. Sometimes with somebody I don't know is like sometimes people are very friendly and very warm naturally and they're great and it's like, wow, that person rocks. But sometimes I'm like, this person's pretending to like me. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't yeah, anxiety, so like yeah, meeting someone for the first time, I'm not always like super talkative or anything. But then once like, they get to know me, yeah.
Mhm. Do you find like that in your work as well, or do you think when you're in work mode, you're like, because I'm working, I'm doing these interviews, like you don't have the same level of like shyness at the beginning?
Yeah, I feel like it's completely different when I do interviews. That it's because even though I don't like actually know the person, I know their work and I'm a fan of them. So I feel like it's easier in interviews.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So what has been the biggest obstacle, either personally or professionally, that you've overcome?
I have to think about that because I feel very fortunate. I feel like I career wise, at least like very, very fortunate. I think I have a great sort of support system of friends and family. Um, but it can be hard. Things can take a lot longer. I remember with the movie that I wrote, Hell of a Summer, I wrote that with my friend Finn, and we had written a draft very quickly and kind of felt like, oh, great. Like we wrote a movie, now we're going to get to go make it. And I think from the time we finished the first draft to the time we filmed the movie was um, probably almost 4 years. And it was 4 years of working on it. And it was 4 years we probably needed because the first draft of the script was not good enough to get made. But there was this sort of feeling that we had of being like, oh, wow, the hard part is over. And all the work you put into like writing something feels so hard. And then it just becomes a matter of like waiting to hear back from people reading it and trying to go get money. And we got to make the movie and we got to make the movie quite young. So I feel like it all worked out and that time was well spent working on the script and sort of mentally preparing to make the movie. But I don't think, at least then, I was prepared. Like, had you have told me, like, oh, it's going to take 4 years from this point, I might have been like, how is that possible? And then it just happened. So there's sort of maybe a level of like patience or trying to be resilient in waiting to hear back from other people. And then same thing with acting. It's like there's so many jobs where you have very little control over anything. You can do your audition or whatever, but it's just a lot of waiting around. So trying to keep myself busy and generate work for myself and not rely on waiting for other people all the time just because it's takes a long time.
Yeah. Oh wow. So I am a pop culture obsessed and I go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching. Is there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
I love on the Spectrum. I've watched every season of that and the Australian version. I've watched every season and I love it. And then the other show that I recently rewatched was Entourage, which was a show that I watched a bunch in like middle school and my girlfriend hadn't seen it and we watched it and even though it's like not a real really version of Los Angeles, it kind of makes me I don't live in Los Angeles, but that's like the one thing that makes me be like, oh, maybe LA could be fun to move to. It looks so pretty all the time in that show, and it's like a funny,
Yeah.
nostalgic show for me.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I am. I'm watching, there's a new limited series on Netflix called Unchosen that I'm watching right now.
Unchosen. What's that about?
It's with Asa Butterfield, who I interviewed a few years ago. And it's really interesting. It's about a cult in England,
Mm-hmm.
uh, somewhere in England, I forget where. Um, and yeah, just this one woman who's like trying to get out of it. And it's really interesting. There are some difficult scenes to watch.
Definitely. Is it scary? Is it like a thriller or is it more like a drama?
Yeah, it's like a psychological and yeah, thriller. It's really intense.
It sounds like it. Yeah, that sounds like something my girlfriend would like. She likes watching that. I kind of can't really that stuff bums me out a lot, but she'll be like, "Oh, I want to watch this true crime thing or this thing about a cult." So maybe we'll check that. That's on Netflix, you said?
Yeah, yeah. And I mean it's not like a true crime thing.
Hmm.
So it's fictional. But yeah.
Yeah, that kind of that world though. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check that out, I think. We were also watching all the James Bond movies, but then they got taken off Netflix. Have you watched those?
Oh, I haven't.
They're fun. I had only seen the like newer ones with Daniel Craig, but we started watching at the Sean Connery ones in the 60s and like now I got hooked and then they got taken off Netflix, so I got to figure out how to watch them again.
Oh wow, yeah. I That's always so frustrating when you're in the middle of watching something and then it gets taken off. I A few months ago I was watching this show called Franklin and Bash.
Mhm.
And then I saw Netflix was taking it off, so I like did nothing for a few weeks because I was like, I have to finish this.
Gotta finish it. Yeah. I don't know if the algorithm like pushes me stuff that's about to leave, but it always feels like that. As soon as I start watching something, they're like, we're taking it off. And there's like 30 James Bond movies, maybe even more. So
Oh,
there's no way I'll be able to watch all these in 3 weeks. Um, but I'll have to buy the Blu-rays or something.
oh yeah. Yeah. So what genre of movie would your life story be told as?
I hope a comedy, maybe a rom-com would be nice, but like a comedy or a rom-com, yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I've always wanted a musical and a rom-com.
A musical would be, I can't sing, so if it would have to be me, yeah, I wish my life was a little bit more musical, but I can't sing. A musical would be fun though. That's good.
Yeah, I can't sing either, so in this fantasy I can sing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Then maybe I'd do a musical too, then just for fun. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if you could give someone in your life a star on the Walk of Fame, who would it be?
Hmm. Maybe my dad. Yeah, my dad, I think, would be someone that I would like to give a star to. He's very funny and very supportive and he's a very talented actor. Um, so if it was the literal Walk of Fame, then I think it'd be cool. But I don't know if also if it was like the walk, like the my Walk of Fame, like the Billy, then I think he deserves some props. He's very supportive of everyone in my family.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I think I'd have like four people that
Yeah,
probably more that I'd want to give stars to.
definitely. Yeah, yeah. I could give a lot out too. I feel yes, I'm very lucky in that sense. There could be a lot. There could be a yeah, huge rival to Hollywood Walk of Fame. There'd be so many.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. So if you had to choose someone to narrate your life, who would you choose and why?
Oh, that's a very good question. Um, who would I choose to narrate my life? Um, I'm trying to think of maybe Jack Nicholson. I feel like he has such a great voice, especially once he got older. Like I watched Something's Gotta Give recently, and his voice is just so unique. Um, if I could hear it, I don't think I'd get too sick of his voice. And then if I couldn't hear it, I just think that's a cool voice to have. What about you? Who would you want?
Um, oh, I think there's two people that come to mind. Right away, there's Reese Witherspoon
Mhm.
or James Roday Rodriguez.
Who is
Um,
the second one? Sorry.
he was in Psych. I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, he played Sean.
Does he? I haven't seen Psych. Does he have like a very specific voice?
Yeah, he's very funny. And he's been one of my favorite actors since forever. Because he was also in a show called A Million Little Things that I
Okay,
was
yeah.
obsessed with. Um and movie a bunch of movies that I love. So yeah.
That's great. Reese Witherspoon's really good too. I mean, she also
Yeah.
says such a way with words as well. I feel like she has such a specific, funny way of phrasing things and talking. That's a good answer.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, she's also one of my favorites. I've seen so many of her movies several times.
Yeah.
So one of my all-time favorite movies is her movie Home Again,
Mhm.
and I've lost track how many times I've seen that. So
Yeah. She's also like a business genius too, it seems like. She's like amazing. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, but I love your answer. So,
Yeah, thanks.
yeah. Yeah. So what's your favorite way to unwind after a hectic day?
I think probably eating some food at home, like takeout, eat some takeout, and then relax on the couch, watch TV or maybe watch basketball. Sometimes I like watching, if I'm stressed about work and if the work is like film slash TV related, sometimes I don't really want to watch a movie. I like watching sports. So in that case, maybe watch some basketball, listen to some music, um, and then try to get a lot of sleep, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Do you have a unwinding routine?
Yeah. I don't know. I usually it's like yeah, kind of watching something that like either if I'm wa binge watching a show, watching a few episodes of that, or just like one of my comfort shows or movies just to turn off my brain.
Yeah. I like going on a walk too. Going on a long
Okay.
walk is nice as well.
Yeah, yeah, I love going on walks when it's not hot out.
Yes, yes, yeah. Yeah, not too busy on the street, not too hot. If I can walk like along the water or something or in a park and yeah.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah. My mom and I were in New York a few months ago and we were walking someplace and they got just when you mentioned water, we were like, okay, well, where is this place? Because so we got directions and they were like, if you reach the water, you've gone too far and
Right.
you can't miss where you're going. And then my mom and I were walking and we didn't see the sign. And so then we reached the water.
Yeah.
And so we have no idea where we
Yeah.
are.
Turn around. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, walking, whenever there's like water nearby, I always like walking near that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, and so what song, whenever you hear it, brings you back to a specific memory, and what is that memory?
That's a great question. I actually do have an answer for this, but I don't know if I know the song. I think the song is called Communication. I don't know who it's by, but it was in the movie The Disaster Artist, um, the movie about the making of The Room. And I remember I went to go see when I was living in Toronto. I was in film school in my first year of film school, and it was the world premiere of Disaster Artist at TIFF at midnight. It was like Midnight Madness. And I remember me and a bunch of guys who I didn't know very well all kind of skipped class and went to wait in line for this midnight movie. And we waited in line for, I don't want to exaggerate, but probably like 9 hours. Um, and then I remember we watched the movie at midnight, and then on my way home, that song was in the movie, and then on my way home, I listened to that song walking at like 2 in the morning uh, to my apartment that I was living in. And I just remember like that night specifically was very, very, I don't know, that song reminds me specifically of that night. Because I don't think I've really ever listened to it since, but I have such a vivid memory of like it was a very nice, not hot walk home at night, and it was like I was so excited about movies, and it was fun.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Do you have a song that always takes you back?
There's so many. I'm trying to think well, just right before our interview, there were two songs I was listening to that one is Push My Luck by the Chainsmokers
Mhm.
from one of my favorite movies called Words on Bathroom Walls. Um, and that song, I just remember the first time I watched the movie, and it came out during COVID. And so I remember just like being at home watching it with my mom and sister, and just it was so much fun um, watching with them. And then there's a song called The Sweetest Song by Catherine Gallagher
Mhm.
that also is it came out when a movie called Woman of the Hour came out that she was in. So I remember that day I was listening to the song on repeat and then watched the movie.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, there's so many songs that I have specific memories attached to.
Me too. I think it's interesting you said about the movies because for me, I think the movie music thing is so connected. Like a lot of songs that I remember are songs that played in movies, and it takes me back that time. And I wonder if it is something to do with like the audio visual experience or something. But like, yeah, specifically a lot of my like most memorable songs are songs that I heard for the first time in a movie or are related to a movie somehow.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I also there's this another song called Personal by an artist named Harvey
Mhm.
that I remember listening to every day when I went through radiation in 2021. It was every morning on the way to the hospital. I'd listen to, there were so many there were different songs I had on repeat, and that was one of the songs. So,
I'll have to listen to that. I don't know. Unfortunately, I guess I don't listen to enough music. I don't really know these songs as well, but I'm gonna look them up.
cool. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you think of them. Um, yeah, so I just have two more questions for you.
Mhm.
Um, so do you have any irrational fears?
They all feel kind of rational to me, but yes, I definitely have irrational fears. I think I don't like what's that trypophobia or something, that like fear of like holes or something. Not it's not
Oh
like I don't
yeah.
see like a ditch and I get scared, but there's like something about like patterns of hole. Like if you Google it,
Yeah.
I don't like that stuff. And I don't know what that is. I don't know why my mind is like wired that way where I don't it freaks me out. It freaks me out. That's probably one because I don't know what that is. Like why? Oh, and then as a child, but honestly, I still haven't fully shaken it. I have a bit of a fear of witches, I think, because I watched Wizard of Oz when I was a kid and it freaked me out. And then I read Roald Dahl's The Witches kind of similarly after that. And I used to set witch traps in my house as a child because I was worried the witches would come get me. So I would like put a bunch of dish soap in the driveway and like um I remember one time I set this kind of witch trap, booby trap thing, and then my mom got caught in it. She like I caught her by accident, and then that was kind of the end of those. They were like, "You're not allowed to put soap in the driveway and water and make like a ice." It was, but I was afraid of witches. And then even recently, I watched Weapons, and I was like, it brought me back in a bad way. Nobody told me that it was about a witch. And then I was watching it in the theater, and I was like, man, this is exactly what I was afraid of as a kid. Um, but yeah,
Wow. Yeah, I get that because my brain is, I always joke, it's just one big irrational fear.
yeah,
Um, so I have so many. But you mentioned witches. I have like a very irrational fear of zombies because I know they're not real, but like I anything with zombies I can't watch because it just freaks me out.
yeah. I feel like that. I thankfully I'm not too afraid of zombies, but if I was, I mean, like, yeah. The other thing is, yeah, I know people who are like, I don't know them personally, but I know of people who are like zombie preppers. They're like, if the zombies strike, like I have all my stuff prepared, and I was like, that, well, good for you. I truly hope that they never do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Witches scare me a little more, but yeah, zombies I get because they're also just like nasty too. It's like too gross. They can't.
Yes.
Not to talk about zombies too much, but yeah.
Yeah. No, that's why I remember when there was a Disney Channel movie called Zombies
Mhm.
that I'm like, okay, I remember when it came out. I watched it with my sister and like some friends. And I remember I was like, okay, these zombies I can handle because their limbs don't fall off, they don't eat people, they sing and dance. Like these
Oh,
zombies I'm okay with.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, I just have one final question for you.
Mhm.
Um, so today, what are you most grateful for?
Um, it's a very beautiful day here. And I think I'm really just most grateful for my family and my friends and my girlfriend and all these people who are very supportive of me and I feel grateful every day for them, but yeah, I think it's just I feel very, very fortunate for my family and friends and my siblings, and I'm gonna call my brother and sister after this, and like I just feel very fortunate that I can do that.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Um, yeah, well, thank you so much for joining me today. I've had the best time talking with you. You've made my day, so thank
Oh, thank you
you.
so much. This is great. You're great. I was like, I've never been asked some of these questions, and in a way that I was like, these are good because yeah. It's a balance of like I actually do have an answer for some of these things, but I've never thought about like what song, but it's great. Anyway, so thank you so much for having me. It was great talking to you.
Thank you so much. I've had the best time talking with you, and I so appreciate your joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks again.
Thank you. And that's a wrap on today's edition of the latest with Maya.
Latest with Maya. Yeah. It's the latest with Maya.